Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ethan.
I'm Carlos. I forgot I had to go next.
I'm Josh. I'm
Wasn't
Bryan.
me. I wasn't
I
me.
don't remember.
Yeah, it's
I was
Cameron.
not paying attention.
It was Cameron. Cameron,
Well,
you
that
go.
one's Cameron.
Yeah, I'm Cameron.
Bryan, you go next.
I went before Cameron.
Yeah, we heard him. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
And then finally,
I'm Clark.
alrighty. This is our cast for today for this game, or movie. You can call it either or.
Oh, both work.
It's both. It's a very complex, very.
It's a sub.
Yeah, this is a PlayStation 1 game from 1998. So the graphics
Yeah, I could
are
tell from the
yeah.
fucking-
So the graphics are going to reflect that age, but I can at least comment on the presentation of this game for 1998 standards. This is way ahead of its time, for sure. Because this is when
25-minute cutscene.
Metal Gear, yeah, Metal Gear is best known for. It's known for a lot of things. It's known for themes of nuclear deterrence, extremely long cutscenes, and anime as fuck presentation. Pretty much so. So thematically, it's down to earth and can reflect some of the times that we're going through in our political climate today. But as for everyone here in this chat, we're going to be looking at it a very general set of eyes per se. Because not everyone is as invested into everything as we are, where it's more so for the movie presentation. That's what we're going to be here for today. I guess this can be considered a movie commentary then.
You had to put game/movie
Something close, I have
in
two sodas.
the fucking title.
I'm saying this because the first part here that we're watching today is entirely cutscene. There's no gameplay whatsoever. This is entirely cutscene.
I'm so glad.
It's not like that every playthrough, because after this sequence right here, I go into this little briefing mission thing, which gives a whole bunch of backstory for everything. So I figured I'd show off the backstory just to give a little more detail about the characters and everything beforehand.
On a side note, does anyone else recognize this voice actor?
And a formidable gunfighter. And finally,
He sounds familiar.
Foxhound squad leader. Liquid.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know from what.
Maybe
No.
maybe it's
Trying to think.
maybe it's the Halo guy that says headshot.
He covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
I'm not sure.
Sounds very familiar.
Infiltration mission.
And the game doesn't help out with that actually, because in the credit sequences, like the opening credits of it, they're actually fake persona names. They're not their real names, except for David Hayter. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why they did that. Maybe it's because they were
Probably just for fun.
insecure. No, I don't know about that. Maybe they're insecure about this. I'm not exactly sure why.
I want to be called Biggest Dickus.
Yeah. It's like choosing their fucking usernames. Like, hey, what do you want
No,
to be called in the
yeah.
game?
It's not like what do we have here?
Just the
ButtonMasterGaming
cold
or
open
stuff like
to the
that.
main menu.
Yeah, that is the cold open to the main menu.
XX Gamer XX.
Yeah, no, it's like if you look them up, it'll just give you the real names of the voice actors, which is completely different from how they're presented here. Okay, so yeah, this entire thing going on forth is basically a pre-interrogation for our main character, Solid Snake, here. This is him getting briefed about the mission that we're about to embark on in the next part. Oh, man.
Imagine we start doing commentaries on those YouTube videos where it's just all of the cutscenes of a game.
It could work, you know?
That's almost what this is right now for the beginning part, at least.
Essentially, yeah. And especially if you,
Excuse me.
on the YouTube, when people, compile the cutscenes of a game and just upload it onto YouTube, they just call it, like in parentheses movie, like
Yeah,
the Sonic
basically.
Adventure movie.
They call it like a video game movie.
Right, yeah. And that's just how it's presented like that. And that's fun and dandy. I'm pretty sure these ones go on for about 8 hours.
Yeah.
Going down 5 hours.
You get 4 movies for the price of one.
Shadow Motion,
Yeah, essentially.
a remote island off the coast of
And that's also why we have like 2 of our movie buffs here in this chat, both Bryan and Clark, because they're more so involved with our movie stuff than the actual video game stuff. Because it's rumored that there's supposed to be a Metal Gear movie coming soon. Yeah, it's we. I say coming soon, but I've been saying that for a long time now. So
Yeah, it's probably
Not here
difficult.
yet.
It's probably very difficult to make this into a movie as well.
for sure, yeah. Like
I could see it working in like
have 2 missions.
either a 3D animation or 2D animation, not live action.
it will be a live action, and
Fuck, that's gotta suck ass.
and the guy that plays Solid Snake, who's casted for Solid Snake, is Oscar Isaac. So and
I
that.
don't know how he looks.
Oh,
like,
he
but I-
what is he in? He's Poe Dameron in the Star Wars sequels. He's Duke Leto from the Dune remake. Oh yeah, he's
What's-
Moon Knight. Yeah, he's Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh.
Yeah.
make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
So he's a more recent actor per se. I'm not really
Okay.
familiar with this stuff circa before 2015, but yeah, he's been cast as Solid Snake, and we'll just see how that goes. I'm kind of worried about the project because Metal Gear definitely works better in long form, like longer than a 2-hour or even 3-hour movie.
Yeah. And I feel it's gonna be very toned down in terms of its action because, like you said, it's very anime,
Facility is
Yeah.
and because of that, if I'm pretty sure you don't know this, but only a few live action anime movies are actually good. The rest are dog shit.
only this has no propulsion.
Yeah, and not even that. It's like in terms of like video game movies, based off of video game.
Yeah,
Stuff like
and
that.
that's
But
just
it's not had the
compounds
greatest track
problem.
record.
That compounds the problem.
Yeah, it's not even just the stigma of like previous titles. It's just the substance of Metal Gear specifically.
Yeah.
Structured by Kodak.
Because the reason why these games are like
As usual, this
so movie centric as they are is because the director behind it wanted to be a movie director, but he ended up in the video game industry. I'm not sure how that worked, but he just did.
He probably just was like, okay, they're like, you're not a good writer in the movie industry, and the game industry was like, you know what? We'll let you do it. We'll let you do what you want.
Maybe I like to think that he wanted more time to present his stories rather than
I
just a
fucking knew
2-hour
it!
thing. Huh?
New advanced weapon?
I recognized the voice actor that we were all like, he sounds familiar.
Huh.
I finally recognized him. He's Uncle Ben in Ben 10. Or,
Yeah.
he's Grandpa
Really?
Max. Grandpa Max in
Yeah,
Ben 10.
he is.
Huh.
It's Grandpa Max.
Interesting.
He's using the same voice for both characters, too.
Well, is that
He is.
another Josh? Another Bryce Pappenbrook?
got their hands on the real
No, Bryce is a special case. Alright? Sometimes it's kind of funny if a voice actor uses the same voice, but the problem with Bryce is that he does the same voice for literally every character he plays, and it's annoying to me.
Gotcha. Alrighty then.
This is his generic old man voice. The guy who's doing this character. Because, I mean, because Grandpa Max is an older dude, and I'm assuming this Colonel's an older dude.
Yeah, kind of.
It must have been
I'd assume 60s.
Yeah, that's kind of where Grandpa Max was, too.
Yeah, Grandpa Max is about the same age.
Plus, with Grandpa Max being like an ex, not even military, like ex-MIB, basically.
thing if you have enough money and the right connection.
Yeah. So the guy that you got there's Uncle Ben, right? Or
Yeah.
Uncle
Grandpa
Ben.
Max.
Grandpa Max.
Grandpa Max.
Grandpa Max. Okay, Uncle Spider-Man is now Metal Gear lore. Okay.
No.
It counts.
It counts. Okay,
That's Solid Snake's backstory.
Next generation.
yeah, he is Roy Campbell. He's basically going to be the main guy we talk to over codec for the entire time.
I can see as just I'm just going to refer to him as Grandpa Max.
Grandpa Max? Oh, Grandpa Max.
Grandpa Max.
Alrighty then. See, I'm not familiar with Ben 10, so it's nice that we have
Ben 10 was my shit, dude.
I know. It was
Never got into it.
Yeah, neither. I was more of the Nickelodeon side of things. I never really grew up with Cartoon Network.
Danny Phantom.
I never, not even stuff like that. I was too young for that. And they always showed the good shows like 6 in the morning, and then the rest of the day was SpongeBob.
Yeah. God.
Resistance to cancer.
I don't know why they did that, but whatever.
Diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify
Is that
those
what they're
soldier
doing?
genes.
Huh?
And in order to do that,
Are they just making Captain America?
we study the genome.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the big things about Metal Gear lore, you know how other sci-fi stuff has like an answer for
Modification.
everything. Yeah, like serum, the Force, etc., etc. For Metal Gear's case, it's nanomachines, and so.
Oh yeah. I mean, in Rising, the final boss literally just says nanomachine.
Nanomachines, son.
Yeah.
Genomic information.
I still have not played Rising myself, but yeah, that's the big meme game of the whole franchise.
I don't. Not only that, like it was dead for like a few years, and then like this year specifically, it came back with a vengeance.
Well, I saw some stuff like last year.
Senator, but why are you supposed to back it up?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
We now know that hereditary disorders are far more.
Yeah, I still have not played the game for myself, but it seems pretty fun and pretty different from the entire franchise.
Than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
Yeah, because the Metal Gear is basically the beginning of the stealth genre of video games. So that means engaging in combat as little as possible.
24 hours.
So the boss fights are still
Who in
bombastic.
1998
so-
was watching this full cutscene?
Oh, so this is not a full cutscene, actually. I edited it like that. So, in the briefing, there's a whole bunch of mission files you can browse through and stuff like that. I just did all of them and cut out the menu backtracking.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm
And when you go through it in the menu stuff, like the timestamp is not it's not sequential. So I also made the cutscene sequential according to the timestamp. So yeah, we spent 10 minutes doing this. Oh man.
Fun.
Yeah, it is very, very fun.
For putting in that effort.
Secretary of Defense has operational control.
But yeah, nanomachines are pretty much it's the answer to everything. You know, like it kind of like in Star Wars, if there's ever a plot hole that you don't really understand, it can usually be answered with the Force. And so, if there's ever a plot hole in Metal Gear, you can probably just answer it with nanomachines.
Yeah.
Another thing I know about the Metal Gear series is that I know in one of the games, I think it's the third one, there's a boss battle against a man who can control bees.
Yes. That is.
I know that's a thing.
That is the pain.
Need backup specialists.
Yeah, because he's a pain. He has all his.
Yeah, the bosses in Metal Gear Solid 3 are basically reflections of the feelings that you will feel in the middle of a jungle survival, naked and afraid, if you will. Since that game is a prequel game. Oh yeah, the chronologically, timeline wise, this game in the timeline is actually the 5th game in the timeline. So
Wait, where does Rising come in? Or just
that's the very end.
I thought so because I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
Chronologically, what's the first game?
chronologically,
3, no?
Yeah.
Solid 3.
Yeah. Okay.
6 members of
Really?
Yeah. So So
So B-Man is in the first game.
so like this, and actually, timeline wise, in real life, this isn't the first Metal Gear game.
grunts either.
the very first Metal Gear game was actually back in 1987 for the MSX.
It wasn't like a 2D game.
Yeah, it was a 2D top-down kind of Zelda-like game. Before Zelda was a thing, I think. So it was a top-down stealth game, and that's pretty much what it was. So, yeah, there's the Solid trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the original MSX games. So yeah, so we're beginning with the first of the Solid trilogy, which this trilogy itself is pretty solid. Starting with it's Metal Gear Solid 1, Solid 2, and Solid 4. The prequel trilogy is Solid 3, Peace Walker, and Solid 5. Which the prequel trilogy had a great start. Then it kind of faltered near the beginning, near the middle of it, and then just nosedived at the end. It didn't tie into the MSX games at all, which was supposed to be its goal, but because of Konami and Hideo Kojima relations, that was not how it ended up being.
And then the pachinko machine happened.
Modified soldiers was
Oh, the pachinko machines. Oh,
That's how it into the lore.
oh, Konami. You used to be so good. Yeah.
This that how it into the lore.
Yeah. We're not going to be here to like badmouth Konami as a company overall throughout the entire thing, but we can't ignore it
all in
either.
good fun, yeah.
Yeah, we can't ignore it either, and yeah, it's in good fun.
And then they're asking where the pachinko machine is in the lore is like being like, okay, what part of the Zelda timeline does the Sonic Lost World collaboration happen?
Yeah. Where does it apply, Josh?
I actually know this. No,
Man, I remember a time.
A false timeline. It's at the very end because they fell.
You guys remember
a whole video where someone actually like went through and like put the whole timeline together, including like spin-offs and like the comics and stuff like that.
Really?
And whatever. And, like, yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Okay.
And besides that, they're all
Too much time on their hands.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when Sonic Team cared about continuity? I don't.
Remember when Sonic Team actually cared?
No, not really.
High-tech special unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terror.
Here are our main villains of the game.
Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy
Like the YouTuber?
Octopus,
I think she's named after it. I think she named herself after Sniper Wolf from this game. I can't be quite too sure because I've looked on her channel. She doesn't really seem to have any knowledge of the Metal Gear games. So,
Fake fan.
coincidence maybe? I don't know. Fake fan? Maybe.
I'm just like a family member who was like, you should name yourself Silver Fox.
And you're the only
So we got Solid Snake and Liquid Snake.
Yes, thematic.
Liquid stew.
Yeah, so, yeah, Snake is a code name. It's not an actual name. So Solid here is being brought out of retirement for this mission that he's about to embark on, because Liquid Snake and the other bosses of the game, they retaliated against Foxhound, which Foxhound is essentially a special group within the CIA, which is like specially trained with superpowers and all that. But these members went rogue and are now they claim to have a nuclear missile in their grasp and are threatening to launch it at the United States. So that's what basically what this mission is for. Maybe. Is it real? Who knows? But yeah.
Did you do that thing where each time they mention the gate, like the tile, like Metal Gear, you just put the tile card, like ending card?
Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Summarize this game's plot in one sentence. It's treason, then.
It's treason. I mean, essentially, like, you can basically chop down all the bad stuff that happens in this universe to the government is bad. Essentially, kind of goes into what's going on in the world. But, yeah.
You're the only one.
And that even goes as far back as the prequel trilogy for this series. It's like, it was enough. God damn. So, in the prequel trilogy, it's set during the Cold War. So, it's not Solid Snake you're playing as, it's actually Big Boss, the main villain of the entire series. So, you get to see Big Boss's upbringing and how he eventually turned into a bad guy. That's what they were trying to do, at least. But yeah. And what I like about this game and pretty much the entirety of the Solid trilogy is that Big Boss, the main villain of the entire series, is actually a phantom character. Which, a phantom character, as I've coined it, I'm not sure if there's a technical term for this, but I've coined it as being a character who is mentioned in the script but is never actually casted. So, yeah, we're basically fighting a non-existent threat. We're just seeing the remnants of Big Boss's legacy, per se.
Keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man.
So I just found the video of the Zelda thing I was talking about.
Okay.
And he has like a whole bunch of like strings connecting stuff, but he has like a little separated like time break area where like Link knows about all of the timelines. And that's where Sonic Lost World is, which is also where Hyrule Warriors and Super Smash Bros. Is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier too. I know those feelings of powerlessness, frustration that you feel every
And he also, because at like the bottom is where like Breath of the Wild is, because Breath of the Wild is like it kind of an everything like kind of fits in that stuff like that, but it doesn't really know how to kind of fit the timeline into Breath of the Wild, and it does it with Monopoly.
With Monopoly Zelda, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's my thing with the Zelda timeline, is like it wants to have complicated lore, but at the end of the day, it really isn't, because a lot of the games follow the exact same plot. You know, collect the three MacGuffins, something big happens, and then collect 5 extra MacGuffins, then the final boss. That's basically how a lot of Zelda games work. And the thing about the Zelda timeline, you know, I used to care about it before I really figured out what the entire thing meant. It doesn't mean anything, really.
Yeah.
What was your need here?
It's not complicated lore like this series is, or even Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts is a different lore altogether.
Don't get started on the Kingdom Hearts lore. We'll be here for hours.
Oh God!
I'm pretty sure this guy who did the Zelda timeline also did a video of like the Kingdom Hearts lore.
Oh my God!
And trying to, because it came out I think before Kingdom Hearts 3, and so he was trying to predict what would happen in Kingdom Hearts 3.
I see. Well, did he do one with post Kingdom Hearts 3 era?
I don't know. I don't think he did.
Okay, well, he's gonna have to wait until Kingdom Hearts 4 now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can't believe that's a thing.
He also did a video where he read all of the books in Skyrim. So.
Oh my God! I didn't know.
This man literally has like fucking infinite time on his hands.
I didn't know that there were even Skyrim books.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of, I guess it's like I don't know what specifically he looks at. I guess some of them are like notes or like actual books you can find and stuff like throughout Skyrim, and he like he like read through all of them, and he like ranked them, I think, as like in different categories and stuff. Like some of them are educational, or some of them have like
educational.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah, or some of them are based on like history kind of thing in like the Skyrim universe. It's crazy.
That makes me laugh.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines?
Not just one kind.
Oh yeah, the setting of the game takes place in Alaska.
So she just put antifreeze into his body.
Yeah, basically that's because the entire game is a snow level. So yeah.
Now they explain why
that explains the thermal. That explains its thermal body temperature. Yeah, that's what I was saying about nanomachines. It basically is the answer for everything.
Yeah. So the catch-all answer.
Right.
Anything else in there?
Yeah.
Those nanomachines will also keep your codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Alex, they cracking jokes even when the time doesn't require it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, just gonna clean.
Oh
this
man. God, we've already been sitting here for like nearly
Yeah.
24 minutes.
Yeah, I think this is the last one. Like when you exit out of the briefing thing, this cutscene plays of him chopping off his hair and dyeing it.
I forgot that this was even a game.
I forgot there was.
I just thought we were right. I'm just like, this is actually a pretty engaging movie here. Like I'm sitting here quiet, paying attention and shit.
I know, right?
Just for it to get interrupted by gameplay, like god damn it.
Well, you're finally gonna see the gameplay in the next part. So,
yay!
Do
we get to see Solid naked? Or is that the closest we're gonna get?
Not right now.
Not right now. So
Not
you're
right.
saying there's a chance.
Half naked. If you play Solid 2, you get all naked.
Are we playing Solid 2 for the champ?
I'd like to do Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. None of the other games.
So you're saying
Oh, so
yes.
in writing?
Oh yeah, well I guess I have to now because you recorded it. So.
Alrighty. Well,
I did that all in one go, by the way.
All in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He played six straight hours.
God. Alrighty then.
6 hours and 9 minutes.